Hello, everybody. We are back. What have you been last time? Really? If we're gonna just be efficient, y'all fought and killed Cicero and two vampires named Jebediah and Margaret, I think. I don't quite remember. They turned southern at some point in time, but also maybe Amish. It was a whole mix. But our crew here all ended up in the Tunnel of Love. First, Kithley, Kate, Med on their way to find Cicero and the chair, one of the items that is needed to recreate the train to be able to GTFO out of this hellhole. But when you got there, Cicero was very angry. I mean, he always is, but was exceptionally so as he was limiting the fact that his chair was taken, he said, by Heckna. He assumed, blinded by his rage and sadness, that you three had something to do with it initially, because last time he saw you was with Heckna, who was there to showboat and brag. That started a little bit of a conflict that ultimately led to a battle that found our new friends, Lemon and Maggie, plummeting into the scene via boat with two vampires on board trying to eat you. Unfortunately for the vampires, it did not go very well. I think one of them ended up under the water most of the time, and the laughing. Kate, you did do a vicious mockery that left one vampire completely laughing the entire fight. The other one was terrified of Med. So by the time they were able to break that spell, though, they evaporated thanks to a very well-placed fireball from Lemon here. Yeah. But throughout this fight, Kithley had a little bit of a chat with Cicero, who basically was like, I can't not do this. Just kill me. That might be the only way we can see an end to this, with much more flowery terms, which you did end up doing. And in the process, similar to how Kate was able to see some of Cicero's memories before, Kithley was shown some more in-depth versions of those that basically told the story of the debacle from Cicero's point of view, which was after a fight with Heckna, who wanted to make the carnival the twisted place it has begun, or it is now. Cicero murdered him. He killed him in a fight, killed Heckna, and the carnival went on being a happy, fun place until Sophie, somehow with the help of something to do with Heckna's two pet amalgamations, rose Heckna back to the land of the living, in which they together, ripped out Cicero's heart and stuck him inside of it, made it a ride, put the chair in there to trap him, all of that good fun stuff. You quickly made your way out of the Tunnel of Love as it began to collapse after Cicero was slain, and then quickly made your way to the hostile, to the boring room where you could chat without any spying Heckna poster eyes, and also just get some freaking sleep. Because, man, it had been a long day for all y'all. And that is where we start, with everyone kind of waking up, stretching, having probably a very nice rest. Yes.
I am not quite sure that we introduced the people to what Jesus, wow, my brain just cut the fuck out. Blair's shoes. I don't
Oh,
think
yes. First, I was
that
going to
has been
have
fully
Blair
described.
introduce yourself because I did not give a good description of you when you're gone. So basically, you all wake up probably to the sound of tip tapping.
I thought you were going to stop there and say, we didn't introduce the people to Jesus. And I was like, Jesus is here? What?
Jesus is here.
Thought the
Oh my
same thing.
God.
Lots of wine. We have so much wine.
Wow. Jesus. So yeah, Kate, she has bright red hair, is dressed in a very, think like Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, like kind of get up like that with the kind of like belly dancer scarf belts that have a bunch of like jingles on them. Yeah, she's super showy, and then has these ballet slippers, that bright red ballet slippers, and at all times none of you have ever seen her stop moving her feet. So usually instead of walking, she's like dancing around on them. But even in like sleep, it's just a constant like. So they don't stop. They don't stop. Is there anything? Or are we just doing physical? Her name's Kate. She's asleep.
We'll say you're the first one. You're the first one to rouse in the morning. What? How's Kate feeling the first day of her season 3?
I'll say Kate kind of like does like a. If you've ever like thought that you were late for something and you kind of just like shoot out of bed, she kind of does like a quick like sit up. Who would be right next to her, do you think?
We had two beds and then trundles.
Probably me or Med, because we know that your feet are gonna go crazy.
So I'll say Kithily is right next to her, and she just kind of like turns and goes, Kithily.
Yeah. Oh, sun's up. We gotta do push-ups. What?
Do you ever like wake up and think that real life has been a dream and dream has kind of been real life for many hours, kind of as if you've like not really been present in like real life?
No. Is that? I mean like dreaming? Do you mean like
No.
like a dream?
No.
Explain to me again.
Like real life, but real life is a dream and dream is real life.
If that were the case, is this a dream? And if so, can we wake up from it?
She just kind of like the windows and kind of like sits there for a second.
You think on that. I'm gonna start doing push-ups before she gets up, or they get up. Just gonna hop out of bed and start doing that. Just gonna get a good 50 in.
Kate will probably like sit there for a good like 5 minutes just thinking about it. And then even though Kithley's probably on like, I don't know, push up 10,000 in like 5 minutes, because that's Kithley, she's going to stand up and do pirouettes and start like counting. But she's counting like Kithley's sit-ups or push-ups, whichever one you're doing, but also doing pirouettes with them. But starting at 1. So it might throw you off. Sorry about that.
Oh no, we can just start over. We'll just start over. We'll start sit-ups. We'll just
She's like, 1, 2, 3. It's not a nice awakening.
Yeah, you all wake up to that. I'm just counting and push-ups.
Med is a typical teenage boy and will disapprove of this loudness, and he's probably sprawled out. If there weren't enough beds, he would acquiesce the bed to someone else, and he would have been on the floor like spread out. He's tall anyway, and then with the wingspan, just even more, and just be like, "Mah," and then just not like angry, but like, those weird groans that boys make.
Well,
Um,
Lemon does not not a morning person, but can do it if necessary. And so they are just basically groaning awake, thinking about how dry their throat is and how tired they actually are and how they almost died and these strange new people that is with them and their sister.
Um. Oh, go ahead, Pix, if you want to say what Maggie's doing.
You would have literally leaped out of bed and just like whatever Kithlee was doing would have just
Yeah.
hopped in like mid exercise,
Yes.
just like start doing crunches.
Man, I've been wanting like a cardio, like a partner. I mean, the guys are great, but this is
yeah, I will say, Blair, you did miss a lot of strong offing that happened between Kithlee and Maggie. Maggie picking like Med up just real easy, and what Maggie's like 3 foot tall gnome. Yeah.
While spinning, Kate. While spinning, Kate's just gonna be like, "I'm so happy for you two. That's great," and just like just still spinning, but like really excited.
yeah. It's like friendly competition, but not even that. It's just like I got a sports partner now, and we can do sport. We can do all the sport.
It's true. We never did push-ups. We never partook in the push-ups.
I was like, Lemon's real thankful because now that means that they don't have to do it.
I can imagine Maggie just being like, "Come on, Lemon, it's time to work out," and Lemon's just like, "No, no."
I'm gonna sit over here and vibe with Med.
Love it.
This is actually super perfect because now we have matchups, and then Kate's just like a one-man party, so it's totally fine. She has no problem with just like dancing in amongst everything. This is great. It's perfect.
You've got
After
layered.
the workout, it'd be like, have you guys had real food since you've been here? Would you like some? Can we have some cheese, Med, and some of the other stuff we grabbed?
And,
Fruit. We have fruit.
Ooh,
We have
I really enjoy that. That would be great.
So, as Med pulls the various food items from his bag of holding, talks about the keys to the rooms and we keep getting storage closet ones, and so we found one with cheese, another one with fresh food. So explain all that to Lemon and Maggie, and and return to the whole thing with Heckna that we learned from Cicero about the source of Heckna's undead life seems to be these two animals. Maybe we should go towards that. Maybe so. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, guys. Do we want to rebuild this train in GTFO, or do we want to bring it into Heckna and maybe free everybody?
I think that we should free everybody, but I think steps even before that, we need to make sure that these two are protected if you're going to keep rolling with us.
Oh, you mean like the stamp?
What do you mean by that?
Well, we're probably on some hit list now.
Oh.
Given what we just did. But we kind of have a slight get out of jail card. Right? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's and Med will lift up part his feathers so you can see his skin underneath, and on there is a stamp, like a little shape. So there's each person has their own like unique activation word, and you say the word, and then it brings you back to the toy maker. Is that what it is, Taylor?
It wipes the memory of this plan from your head.
Oh, I thought
It's
it
a
took you to a
forget
place.
No,
stamp.
it doesn't save us from the bad thing. It just saves us from them getting information. off of it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
incriminating information, it sounds like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh no, I have it as wooden stamp allows to return to toy maker in dire situation.
The toy maker will know if it's been used. So maybe
Okay.
like the
So it's
knowledge
not
of it
go-
returns to the toy maker.
Oh,
Yeah.
the knowledge. Okay. Womp womp. Okay.
Yeah.
I say that,
I
not
think
the wrong thing.
I'll actually look again. I think there might be essentially a way for the toy maker to know where you are if need be. But the main driving point of it is there's a lot of people that want to escape the carnival and a lot of people that want that to not happen. So if anything bad were to happen, like Med gets kidnapped and is getting tortured, they can say the word and forget everything.
Okay.
I think we should tell Locke what we've learned
Well,
and introduce Lemon and
Yeah.
Maggie to them.
Yeah, let's go see Locke. Locke's another bird. Big bird.
Oh,
I mean, he's not as like pretty as me, but he is very
I
shiny.
mean, I'm sure there's very little and very few that are.
Not everyone can be a puffin.
They also-
It's true.
But Locke is very
Are they
shiny.
also a Bird Scout?
No, he's definitely not a Bird Scout.
Uh,
Ned would know. Yeah.
He's
That
not at
sounds
the
super
meetings.
daunting.
Definitely not a Bird
meetings.
Scout.
He's not at the meeting. He doesn't have the sash.
That's right.
There's no
stash.
patches on that sash.
So yeah, let's go see Mud and get you guys protected. If you guys want to, you know what? Maybe this should be a better question first. Do you guys want to help us, or do you want to kind of like just lay low? I don't want you to join in on something that you don't believe in.
Consent is key.
Consent is key. Enthusiastic consent is definitely required in this case.
There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of consent happening from like anyone else. So I mean, kind of feel like we're already here and we already kind of helped you kill Cicero, and there's a lot of people who need help. So like if we walk away now, I don't like that kind of makes us mad just a little bit. I don't know, Lemon, what do you think?
Whatever Maggie decides, I'm fine with.
I like it.
Yeah.
We do
Lim-
also have an unlimited supply of popsicles, if that helps.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh.
Any flavor you want.
Any flavor.
I mean, the cheese really sold me before, but now you're laying on some popsicles. I feel like I really can't pass that up. So, at the very least, I will make sure that those get eaten. And Lemon says that in a way that's not like it's not like making light of the situation. It's just that Lemon is already apprehensive of just about pretty much everyone but her sister.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that we can gain your trust, because I think some of the stuff we're gonna do is gonna be kind of scary. And if you think that the person with you isn't gonna protect you, you might hesitate. So I will do my best. Bird Scout.
Well, if Maggie is part of it, I'm part of it until Maggie is no longer part of it.
All right, so the one I gotta convince is Maggie. Maggie, Bird Scout.
Maggie, Bird Scout. Maggie was just like, so like out of character, I'm obsessed with the Bird Scout. So like in character, Maggie would just be like,
Yes, yes. All right,
So-
I
But
have
she would
ideas for
also
that.
So first
just, like,
plan,
glance over.
go ahead.
She would just like glance over at Lemon and just like, not telepathically, because like obviously she's not telepathic, but just like make sure that like, even though they're outwardly being really hesitant, that like do this because like if there's any kind of like I just don't feel like these people are safe, then Maggie would just be like, gotta.
And
That's
I
the
absolutely
deal.
yes, and I absolutely like recognize that as Lemon, and I am 100% in it to win it. So
All right. Cool. Let's go visit Locke.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So before we go visit Locke, out of game, but kind of about the game, can I pitch that your group name is the Bird Scouts?
100% done. It's done.
For sure. For sure.
Because that's adorable.
I will counter back that you have to put sashes on all of our character art with a couple of badges on
I
it.
just redo everyone like this.
I may or may
Yes.
not have,
Technically,
like,
as a changeling, I
sketched
can
up,
look like a
little,
bird.
like-
So
What was it fixed?
I have like a little doodle of like a Bird Scouts honor like t-shirt in my notebook, and I'm just like, I want one.
yeah.
Let's go.
I
Putting it in the art.
Yeah,
right
you got it
now.
or me? You got it? Okay.
I love it. I love it. Bird
Alright.
Scouts honor. You guys.
Bird Scouts honor.
It's been very much locked in my brain since the last episode.
For
That's
sure.
awesome.
100%. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
That's the next icon, emoji icon that we need is Kelly's bird scout.
Yes. All right. So the Bird
We're gonna
Scouts
move.
leave.
We're gonna move Ramona when we pass by. By the way.
Oh,
We're gonna-
yeah. You come
put her in
down.
a new position.
Ramona has like kind of moved from where she was the night before, but let's see. What has she done? She's dusted. She's swept. I think she's washing windows this time. She's moved to the windows. This is the cleanest this place has ever been. She's actually gotten to stop doing one chore and finally hit the others. So yeah, you scoot her over, and so now she's working on the second of the panes. And
Looking great, Ramona.
Thank you, Kithley.
You got it.
I didn't even need my book that time.
That's great. This is Maggie, and this is Lemon.
Oh, more names to remember.
You'll remember.
Hello. Oh,
Where's
I
your
lost my book again. Oh.
And then we spend 10 minutes finding Ramona's book.
Yeah, you find Ramona's book, you write Lemon and Maggie's. So y'all would kind of know a bit of Ramona is a marionette, an awakened marionette that runs the hostel. All of the workers and stuff are other marionettes that you never see. You only see Ramona, who has the attention span and the memory of an ant. So she's definitely growing thanks to this crew. She can actually do some things. But you help her find her book, write down y'all's names. She said she will try to remember. And you go out to Locks, which is just a old covered wagon. Like a whole wooden, not like out in the Oregon Trail, like it's that full wooden like carnival wagon. That looks pretty shabby from the outside, and when you go in is absolutely filled to the brim with things hanging on the walls. There's shelves, there's buckets on the ground just full of all sorts of like trinkets, and there's one whole bucket full of just like cool shaped rocks. Imagine a bird owning a shop, specifically a crow type bird owning a shop. This is what we got. He does some like, he'll trade tickets for interesting doodads. And then lately has been the lure giver, quest helper to this crew. So as you come in, he's just sitting in the same spot. And he's just like, you guys we
did what you asked, right?
you guys did it. I would not, I think y'all are great and very good at what you do and have a lot of
Aw.
promise. I definitely thought y'all were gonna die. I did not think I would see y'all again. This is it's good. It's a good sign, right? Hi, by the way, I'm Locke. Nice to meet you. I assume because you're with them, you're fine, right?
I'm like,
Yeah.
Lemon. My name is Lemon.
Lemon, very nice to meet you. It's like a big old, like, not leafy, feathery hand.
Yes.
Maggie, in just like true fashion, would like bow down with like the wave of the hand all the way down. The like head of her hammer would like touch the floor, and she'd be like, "I am the marvelous Maggie and Mineral Mask. How are you?" And just like,
You do the thing where you like juggle like really heavy people and things in the parade sometimes, right?
yeah, do you want me to juggle you?
No, I do not. I do not. Thank you very much. Very impressive, though.
Okay, thank you. If you change your mind, let me know.
Oh, we don't have much of a ceiling in here, so I think I might hurt something. Well, y'all arrived just in time. The toy maker's on his way over. One of the children came by and rolled by and said he was coming.
Yeah, what's the general temperature been around here? Because we went and took a real long nap.
Yeah, fair, absolutely fair. I'm sure that was not the most pleasant thing for y'all. But it's not horrible.
Okay.
It's kind of one of those like no news is good news, maybe.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I did find out, your whole idea to like disguise the stick thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna work. I figured out what the magic is.
What is it?
It's like a transfiguration magic where whoever holds it, whatever they want it to look like, it does. So if he picks it up and wants it to look like something else, it's not going to change that if it's my disguised one.
So we just have to make it so he doesn't get it.
Mm-hmm. Along with that, the toy maker might have a little more info, but it seems like the whole stick finding thing and threatening Marlowe and taking the chair. Heckna's got a fire lit under his ass, that's for sure.
Blair, here.
Oh, to do it again. Ah. Now is it good?
What? Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Remind me, what did we disguise the stick as?
Just to look like a normal staff, I think, right? Or something in particular.
Did we?
Yeah, it's a we wanted him to do it as a quarterstaff, and I would use it against Heckna because it'd be a plus 2d8 against him specifically.
And then we'd make the normal staff look like what the stick looked like before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, we have other information as well, but maybe we should wait for the toy maker to get here. And you got any tickets for us?
Was I supposed to? Or do you want like a job? I've got jobs. Did you find anything cool?
I just figured that we'd get tickets for the whole Cicero not being here anymore.
Oh, that's not that's your own prerogative. That's your choices there.
So do we not have the quarterstaff against Heckna stick? Because I have it in my equipment. So
You have the Heckna stick, and
Okay.
then you left the quarterstaff with Locke, who's made it look like the other stick and like
Okay.
offers it back to you. Yeah, because he like
Okay,
enchanted
yeah.
it to make it look fancy, but only
Okay.
one of them is like legitimately magic.
Yeah. Okay. I take the fake stick.
Yeah, you kind of like chit chat with Locke for a second, and after a bit, you hear a little quiet like "Eek, ooh, ooh, ooh," as the toy maker comes walking in. For those that, oh, I meant to trade this and I didn't. On stream, here's Locke. Look how cute he is, little guy. But the toy maker comes in, who is another marionette of sorts, kind of has multiple arms and a big kind of barrel chest that has lots of drawers in it that he carries things, has a little cloak over his head, and instead of having like just a normal face like puppet mouth or anything, it's a whole bunch of different masks with different expressions that rotates. Think like the mayor in Halloween Town, but he's got lots of expressions to choose between. And with him comes a much smaller little marionette known as Stefano, because the toy maker is mute and does sign language, and then Stefano translates for him. Bit comes in. Stefano's like, "Oh, glad to see all y'all are looking good. I mean, we heard the noise last night, and assumed the worst, because usually the worst happens here."
We had help with our two new friends here. They they are like us, and I think could be part of our cause.
Stefano just kind of smiles and waves at you, and then looks up at the toy maker, who does a similar like little wave to you and signs something. And Stefano's like, the toy maker says that he trusts y'all's judgment, because at the end of the day, it's your lives on the line. You should make those choices. Do they know everything they need to know?
I believe so. Do you want to do
why don't you just kind of go through it?
yeah,
That would
do you
be
want to
great.
do
I'm more
a
of
quick
a knower.
do you want to do a quick elevator spiel?
Yeah, we also looked over Watt's plans and have a much better idea of what we're looking for. So here, let me just story time, everybody. Hello, I'm Stefano. This is the toy maker. I will say, before I do give this whole spiel, I'm sure they've told you about our forget stamps. If I tell you everything else, that will be probably a requirement. So just so we know if y'all are good with that. If you make up your own word, and when you say that word, everything I'm about to tell you will disappear from your head, and you won't be implicated for any crimes anymore, possibly.
Well, I mean, possibly is better than most definitely. So.
Well,
Okay.
when it comes to smarts, I leave it up to my sister. So, I'll let my
Oh,
sibling.
no.
pay
Quite the
attention, and Maggie just
pair.
kinda-
I love it. I had no idea that y'all were like on the up and up. Usually people that make it to like the big top and stuff are. I mean, I guess we can't say much. We literally like sleep in a room next door to Heckna. Anyway, so the whole general shebang. It's a carnival bad, Heckna sucks. There's all these, the clown guys are a little corrupted, and like that's weird, and everyone's kind of going that way because everyone that's here gets either turned or just like brainwashed. And that's not fun, and a lot of us don't like that, and we want to, make this a thing where we can all get off of this roller coaster of sadness. But to do so, we have to get on the train of freedom, and because of that, we've looked at the schematics that Jill found and gave to Watt, and we were kind of talking to him and figuring some things out. Stick, good. Chair, obviously, we need that. It seems like, okay. Find the thing. With the chair, there's the chair, the catch, and the bumper. So those all allowed like the train to actually travel through the demiplane to other realms while being anchored to the Revelia steel. So after the deconstruction of the train, the bumper, Cicero apparently used it as his throne during his master's ceremonies time, and it was his to guard. But then when Cicero betrayed Heckna, he kind of split the bumper into parts, and he tethered the catch that Joe found to the forest to keep the Revelia attached to the material plane. Then the chair itself was in the deepest, darkest parts of the tunnel. He found that. So the two of those.
Find that.
Well, you found where it should be. Not that.
Okay.
You got it.
Just making sure you're aware that we don't have the chair.
Yeah, I see. Let's see. What else happened? I mean, like the chair was probably like there to like taunt Cicero and keep him there. So now that that's gone, that's why all that happened. But we definitely need to find that at some point in time to be able to drive it. So the bumper itself is actually the two items combined, not a new item. If that makes sense.
So the bumper is the catch and the chair?
Yes. So when Cicero made Heckna mad, he broke them apart and split them up.
Okay. So all we have left is the engine.
Yes. So
okay. And that's at the
and the
Ferris
chair.
wheel. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Gotta get the chair. But yeah, so the thingamajig. Okay, let me make sure I'm remembering all this right. Okay, so the thingamajig is what is like the actual engine, and that is what is in Heckna's eye, which is the Ferris wheel. So like when you go up to it, there's like a little face, and he's got like a little winky eye. It's in there. There's let me have it say it seems like it kind of as being repurposed as like a bit of a engine itself for the carnival, like it rotates, it grabs all this power, all that stuff. And we think, because we haven't quite been able to track the source of the magic and the power that controls the posters, think that might be what the magic that this Ferris wheel is creating might be fueling. So if we can like get rid of that'd be awesome. The toy maker kind of like waves something to him, and he's like, oh, that's right. So there is Peep-Boo, PeeeeeeeeBoo, the ride operator. He's a marionette like us. Don't if at all possible, and if at all possible, I mean don't hurt him if you could. I mean, perhaps he can't understand, but toy maker made the marionettes from metal and magic with his own hands, and they're kind of beloved to him. It's like his little, we're all one big happy family. They're not meant to be mean.
Italy's so side eyes, Kate. side eyes Kate.
Kate's just kind of like, Kate has, when the story started, she danced her way over to Locke's counter and like did like a and like jumped on it and has been like kind of kicking her feet, listening like a story. And so whenever it starts the conversation of "don't hurt the marionettes" comes up, she's just gonna kind of like and just kind of like be looking around and then like catch Kithely's eye and be like, "What?"
Then nothing's gonna be fine.
Hey.
Kate has an accidental habit of like short circuiting every marionette she talks to. So
At first, I didn't mean to, but now.
Now it's a challenge. All right, great.
but yeah, he's like, so
Med. I think Kifley like just lean over to Med like quickly. Did we talk about the animal thing?
We should.
We should.
Okay.
I'm
let
not
you
part of that conversation, but that is a good idea.
I didn't know if Med wanted to keep it close to their chest, or just that.
No, this is a safe space. So, do you want to, Kithily? It was your vision to see.
Oh,
But if you don't want to relive it, that's fine. I'll do it.
oh no! I just want to make sure that we were going to.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else the puppet maker wanted to let us know?
oh, I mean,
Toy maker, sorry.
yeah, like, just it's a little public, which could be difficult. That's why, Toy Maker hasn't done much of anything about it yet, because then people will see him. We know that Olga, who kind of mans the under construction zone, she takes care of the ride, and she doesn't know what's hidden in there. I don't think anyone except for the lieutenants have been trusted with that info. And she should definitely not know. She is very much Team Heckna. So perhaps, though, if you ask real nice, she can share schematics. But guard your intentions well, I guess. But that's about the only lead I can give you, other than just there's a fly. There's a fly for him too that he's watching. But that's about what we have so far. Just no movement, no info. Shortly after that not so fun video with Marlowe, Heckna left that alone and went for what we assume is the chair. So he knows something's up. I don't know if Marlowe still has her memories, because... Oh, by the way, I'll dig. The toy maker digs out the stamps. Think of a word that you wouldn't normally say. Like, it's a super weird word. And then that's what you'll say whenever you want to, like, forget about everything. Say.
Ideas.
Oh, you don't
Anyone?
tell us. You.
Yeah, you can think it yourself.
This is
It
just
could
for
be
you. It's like
just don't
making
forget
a
it.
wish on a candle. You just keep it to yourself.
I forgot
be
my
like-
Oh, so I
Schmoogles.
Well, then you're screwed.
It's okay. Kate naturally
that
just forgets everything.
sucks.
Yeah, it's on brand. It's so on brand.
Okay. I'm gonna have to write it down now. I will forget it
So,
if
yeah.
I don't.
I'll walk over to Lemon and is like, okay, so I'm going to say it and you're going to think it really, 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 really hard. Oh, also, I have to put it somewhere probably less noticeable. I think Kithely put hers on the bottom of her foot. I don't remember where Kate put hers. Do you want it, like, just, like, hidden somewhere? Do you wear a lot of bracelets?
No, but I mean, so Lemon is always wearing her jacket,
Mhm.
and so she like pulls it down just like around her shoulders and kind of like lifts her arm up and allows the stamp to like go like either there or under the arm right there.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll just like stand on tippy toes. Okay, think of it really, 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 really hard. 1, 2,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
3. We'll stand. It's just a little cold.
Oh, whew. Okay. Well, that wasn't
Mhm.
terrible.
Yeah. We thought about tattooing it, but that was a lot of time. This is much easier. Okay, Maggie, same thing. Think of the word, and then where's a good hidden spot? You want it like bottom of your foot?
Maggie, Maggie is like doing the whole dog chasing their tail thing where she's just trying to figure out where she's got a blank space large enough on her body. Finally,
That's
she's like,
true.
all right, put it on the back of my knee.
Okay,
And just
okay.
like,
It will blend in very well with your tattoos. It'll be great. Okay, think really, really hard. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wonderful. Hands it back. Toy maker
I don't
puts
think
it
I was
back in
thinking
his
hard
pocket.
enough. How do I know if it worked?
Well, whatever you need to use it. You'll learn if it worked or not. Anyway, animal?
Okay.
So when I talked to Cicero, or when Cicero departed, probably that sounds good. He showed me what had happened between him and Heckna, and that he had actually killed Heckna, and Heckna was brought back by Sophie. And there's some connection between the animals,
Amalgamations. Yeah.
There's some connection between them being alive and Heckna being alive and or coming back.
The little concerned face flips around on the toy maker.
I really think we just need to get rid of Sophie, like, as well. Like, sounds like she, like, caused a lot of this.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
sucks.
it sounds like the animals are his amalgamations are his source for his undead life, and that was all like conjured at like made possible through like via Sophie and whatever magic or something she has going on. And then also I have that Otto is was a mentor for Heckna and is his weakness.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always that as well. A little tidbit.
Yeah, Heckna doesn't really like to talk about the past very frequently. So,
But you were here when Sophie first came here, right?
looks up to him. He's been here a very long time, but was created a bit like about the time it seems everything went haywire. For a long time, though, their main job was just to create the marionettes, and that's all that happened. Then, when the betrayals and stuff happened, it was safer to side with Heckna after. And here we
What
are.
about you, Lot?
I've definitely been here more than 2 years, but I'm pretty sure less than 20.
Okay.
You lose count after a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen the good days. I was always here when it was shite and caused a stink about it. Hence why I'm stuck in here.
Would I know anything about liches?
Roll history, maybe?
Can I? Okay, yeah. Yeah. It rolls so slow. Oh God. Oh Lord. A 9. It took that long for it to roll.
Yeah, like you've definitely heard stories of them, but I don't think you have like a inherent knowledge of like what are the top 5 signs your BBEG's a lich, like not as much.
That's a magazine I need to subscribe to.
I know, right? Like, is that a thing? Can we make that a quiz? Like,
Let's do it.
I don't know notebook cover.
Yeah. In my offline cyberpunk game, one of my characters is in media, or one of my players is in media, and he's absolutely great with it. He'll like write up like full like stories that he posts like on his like news source for us all the time. But we had a couple of like downtime ish episodes where not a lot was going on, so he didn't have stuff to write about. But he has a like editor that's like the editor in Spider-Man, like a real dick. And it was like, you give me a fucking story now or I'm firing you, like was so pissed. And they were about to like go drive out to see one of the characters' mom in the wasteland. So he literally wrote for me top 10 items to bring with you before making a road trip to the wastelands. And it was the greatest thing I've ever read. I was like, I love it.
Do I feel like this little marionette is telling the truth? Like, or that...
Roll an insight.
Okay. I'm just really wary. I like want to believe them, but oh wow, cool, great, grand. I rolled a 1 plus a 4, so
Nice. Yeah,
got that out of the way. Things are fine.
Yeah, I think it's one of those that like everyone else is kind of going with it, so that makes you feel a little more comforted. But at the same time, they're just wooden dolls. It's not like you can really get a lot of like expression and stuff. But let's go ahead and take a quick little 10-15 minute break here while we decide what shall we drink that info, and I read and make sure I told you everything the toy maker was supposed to tell you. Pretty sure I did. Let me find my right tab. Okay, we will be back in 10, so 55. That's how math works, and whatever time zone you're in. Be back. I have nothing to say. What would y'all like to do?
I would like to work on taking down the basically removing the power from the posters. And it sounds like to do that we need to remove the eye. The thingamajig. And we could either be super overt and let Heckna know we're coming and kind of bring on battles, or we could try and be sneaky and see if we can't sweet talk Olga into giving us some schematics. What do our small friends feel?
Talking thing, but I can scare the crap out of somebody.
Lemon never shies away from a fight. She knows she's pretty strong, so she is about that life.
I mean,
Stefano also like opens one of the toy maker's little drawers and pulls out a wad of tickets and puts out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 tickets.
Oh.
Since you have the stick and attempted the chair, I'm sure we can help with more. Since Locke is being a little stingy, I heard. And Locke's like, I don't know. I'll pay you in secrets. How about that?
Oh, magic items. What?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Secrets. Secrets is what you get from me. Otherwise, you don't get shit. All right? You're getting tickets from this guy. We're all going to get out of here together. Y'all have to figure out how to get me out of this before you leave.
Oh, well, I
have
don't
to?
know. I mean,
It'd be a lot easier to do that with some
Why-
really cool items that you have.
I don't have any items,
Won't
you
even
guys. Do
pay
you think
us.
I only have what people bring me? And do you think people bring me magical
Hmm.
things? No, they keep that shit.
We can just move your cart.
Oh, there we go. That's a start. I
then
like
you
that.
might be stuck in it in a different realm, but at least you're in a different realm.
Yeah. You know,
Now,
there
if
I could
you-
at least hire someone to like attach a horse to it and then I can go places.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds
So
like we
you
have
pay
2
them?
votes for just like
Yeah. I mean, I will still pay. I still have jobs that need to be done if y'all want legitimate pay for me. It just seems like you're a little distracted with, you know, saving the world as we know it here.
yeah,
And
saving people.
you are part of this world, right?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's just keep that up here next time you want to pay us with secrets.
They're good secrets.
So it sounded like we had 2 votes for just going and doing the thing. You know me, I like to just go and do the thing. But if you think Med and Kate that it would be better to be quiet, sneaky, I guess I can try. You're muted, Kelly.
Considering how well we fared, well, quote unquote, against Cicero, my desire is to not go on a head-to-head fight with the head guy of this place. So I'm thinking we try to be sneaky, and when we inevitably fuck that up, we just go all in.
That sounds about right.
So I first, then other things next. Right?
So y'all
Is
going
that what?
straight to the eye, or are you going to try and get the schematics from Olga?
Schematics.
Oh, schematics were sorry. Okay, I thought
Mhm.
I was sneaky. Schematics, yes. I am on team
I-
sneak.
Maggie's.
I'm okay with that. I'm fine with either. I'm just not scared of a fight.
Yeah. If a fight just happens, that's fine, but let's not invite it.
It's true.
Because we're already going to invite it once that eye comes out, like it's going to happen. But if we could hide the fact that we're doing it until we do it, that'd be great.
Okay.
I know, Kipling.
It's okay.
You'll
I mean,
get your
we
fight.
did just get a big fight, so I guess, you know.
We'll get you the biggest, baddest fight before we leave here, and then you can just take on the whole carnival.
Sounds amazing. I'll have to prep, and Maggie can probably we can tag team it, and we can yeah. I like that
We
idea.
could even spar. They need to fight. Maggie is much more intimidating than I am in real life. I promise.
Y'all are just gonna fight in this little, like, tiny cart, this little, like, travel trailer.
Mark is gonna hate us.
You know, it's like you could do that outside. You could. I mean,
But there's so much leverage and stuff in here.
I mean, look. If you want to, go for it. It'll give me something to do today to clean up the mess. But I'm just gonna say, Kifley, you're very strong, very scary. I think y'all are very evenly matched. But Maggie's definitely gonna have the advantage in here because she's small and she can get around all of these things you can't. You know.
Something to think about, Locke. You're right. Sorry, Maggie.
We
That's
could
just
always
an
just,
unfair advantage.
We could always just fight alongside the cart, just fight as we move, just dance alongside the cart. It just, we won't make a mess. It might draw a little bit of attention to us though. So I think we're supposed to be being stealthy, but later
Later.
Maybe we arrange it.
Later. Yeah. We'll
Later.
We'll stick a pin in that for now. Yeah.
So y'all are gonna leave here.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it.
How far away is this
Good.
Olga?
So,
Olga.
on the map, if you have Roll20 or Legend Keeper up, so currently y'all are down in this bottom left-hand side. Locke's little lost and found is number 5. The under construction zone is up in the very top right, kind of between all of y'all's tokens there at 19. And then Heckna's Eye is the big Ferris wheel at 18. So they're all kind of like opposite side. Quite the jaunt, but I mean, it's a big carnival. It's meant to be traversed, relatively daily. Let me see if I can pull up a map for stream. This map is so big. Okay. But anything y'all needed to do along the way, or y'all pretty good to just go straight at it?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
It's time to break out some charisma.
Yeah. See everybody there? Alrighty. So side so it can all be seen on screen. Okay, so y'all head out. It is just another wonderfully horrendous day in Midway here at the Revelia. You leave and can already hear the various Midway games are up and at it. You can hear Polly at the front little ticket booth here, taking tickets, giving tickets, her usual like, "Hi, have fun at the Revelia. My favorite part is the big top," over and over again. And you do kind of walk in front of the big top and around there. Like I said, Lemon, Maggie, you are very familiar with the big top as being performers here for how long you'll have been. There is some sort of show that seems to be going on in there currently. There's always some sort of show. But I think, Med, you kind of perk up a little bit. Just take notice as y'all are walking that it seems to be some high-flying acrobatic show. And you recognize Bella Belzon, who brought you in. This time, very much fully human, but with 4 arms and then 2 legs, doing different like spins and stuff and grabbing other people with like 4 arms and 2 legs and tossing them up in the air. And it's this whole thing. Looks very fun. Everyone's smiling, having a great time. There's some music happening and the cheers. As you continue to walk around, there's another little tent that's kind of a makeshift stage. Y'all see Heckna up on stage with her piano and the couple of children of the candy corn with their instruments. This is a individual that Med and Kathleen ran into when looking for the schematics, who was writing a song. And they are now performing the song. Kathleen, you recognize some of the lyrics about a group of adventurers here trying to escape the fun of the Revelia. And why would they do such a thing? It's the most wonderful place. And then this is Heckna's story of why they should enjoy themselves and all the wonderful things that the Revelia has to offer. There's a few people standing there, watching and listening. There's a few. Like I said, there's the couple of the children of the candy corn on stage, like very poorly playing like drums and like a recorder. And it's not great. But most of them are just running around causing havoc. You can go through a few quieter tents where you can hear like, different just like kind of chit chat and games and such happening. And you come around the corner where you see let me scroll back up to my description here. You see Heckna's eye taking up the skyline in front of you. It is looming over this Dysmadium, this giant Ferris wheel pitted with rust and dents. Its gondolas kind of creak and sway as they move, and the whole wheel shudders as it rotates. The bent metal looks ready to give way at any moment, and in the center of the wheel is a clownish, smiling face with a red nose and a winking left eye. Left eye? Does a winking left eye mean the left eye's closed? I don't know. It remains in place as the wheel turns around it. The ride judders and the closed eye flickers open, letting out a shower of blue sparks. And then it closes again. It seems like it's part of the whole shebang here. And you'll take note of it and see that there are, quite a few people on each of the gondola carts, and they seem to just kind of keep going around and enjoying themselves, snacking on some popcorn and whatever flavor popsicle they chose at this point in time. And then you walk down this little path towards where the toy maker had directed you for this under construction zone, and you see a large blighted plot of land lies on the outskirts of this area of the Dysmadium, ringed by a rusting metal fence. The dirt glimmers with sharp scraps of metal that catch and throw the moonlight, because again, this is very much a dusk moon situation 95% of the time. It is a very confusing thing. It makes it very hard to remember how long you've been here. But by your biological clocks, it's morning. But the moonlight kind of throws across the twisted, dented surfaces. A half-built roller coaster lists aimlessly in the middle of the plot. In a far corner of the area is a ramshackle metal trailer, and a dull light glows from the window. A lopsided sign hangs from the fence reading, "Under construction, no entry."
Do we see anybody?
Just the light on in the shack. Just inside the gate.
Okay.
But
So
no,
it's
like movement, like in front of is it like a window light or is it like a light hanging outside?
I said
You know
like
what I
a
mean?
window light. Yeah, like it's like a glow inside the light or inside the building.
Mhm.
But you don't like see anyone like actively kind of bopping around or anything.
We're looking
wanna
for a
know?
person, right?
Olga. Mm-hmm.
I guess it would be a nature check looking for footprints.
Mm-hmm. You want to do nature or survival? Either or if one's greater
Oh,
than
survival. Oh, survival's way better. Okay.
Okay.
Do that one. Nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
And so that makes it 27. So
Okay.
if there's a footprint, I'm going to find it.
Freaking see it.
So
So, yeah,
basically,
you-
I'm looking for like signs that someone's been there recently or, that kind of stuff, like tracking.
Gotcha. I think first thing you notice is that there is very clearly a trail that kind of leads to or from the under construction zone that looks just kind of like a long line, like a almost like a deer trail or something, but it's a little more like indented, like it's kind of something's, when you step in a footprint, it smushes dirt away. That leads to a small hole in like some chain link fence, about the size of a child of the candy corn rolling around ball, as ones that you had met with before said they like to come in here and steal some shit from Olga sometimes, or that there's fun things here. So you kind of gather that. Looking, other than that, there are very small set humanoid, but like gnome size, about footprints that seem to kind of come in and out of the gate here. And you kind of look through this entrance, and they go everywhere. And it seems like, you know, a lot of pacing, a lot of scuttling, a lot of moving. But you do notice something interesting as you're looking around. You notice some like animal-esque footprints occasionally. And you're like, what is that? Like it's not human, but it's not like a hoof. It looks like it's like some sort of mammal. And as soon as you're like looking at those and thinking, in that window, you see some movement that looks like a monkey swinging past the window.
Yes. Cool. I inform our party. All right, so we got kids of the candy corn, what we call a predator path over here. And it's probably nothing, just rambunctious stuff. But I think so. There's someone in the trailer, something in the trailer, and I'm pretty sure I just saw something swing in the trailer. Now, we don't have too many swinging creatures where I'm from, but who knows what it is here. But and I am seeing some sort of like the prints sort of look like feet, but sort of look like hands. So anyway, all that said, I think we should get out some food as a peace offering, and I think it should be maybe like either fruit. And do we have any dried meat? I can't remember. I remember there was
Yeah.
dried fish at some point. Okay.
Yeah, we got some dried meat too.
Okay. I'm going to start with fruit. And I think we should try to go in the trailer.
Do you want Olga to try to come out here?
I mean, yeah.
If I can get like up close to the fence, how far is it from the fence to the shack?
Like 10 feet max.
Perfect. I'm gonna mage hand on the opposite side of the fence and send my hand to just like constantly just like pow 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 pow, just like bang on the door and like not stop until somebody like answers.
You hear like some clattering of like metal from inside, and then just like monkey going off the freaking chain, like how a dog would bark, but instead it's this monkey making these noise. And the door swings open, and you see Olga. She's smaller, well, average height, probably gnome, probably a little taller than Maggie, but hunched over, you know, because she's looks very old, hunched over to make her shorter. Kithly, you immediately recognize her as the person who escorted you into the thing, into the carnival. And she's got on like a little like shawl that's like crocheted and like different like bright blues, greens, oranges, like very carnival-y, like kind of wrapped around her shoulders. And then she's got on like these little goggles, like welding goggles up on her head, and you just see like smudges of like dust and oil and things all over. And then there is this monkey standing behind her, taller than her, nearly. This one also with about four arms. For reference, oh, come on. Roll20 doesn't want to work for me. Put the monkey on the page.
Put the monkey on the screen. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Like his
Alrighty.
well.
Whoa.
He looks a little more intense. This is just the general monkey amalgamation. The one you see doesn't have like all these chains and craziness, but he does have a cute little outfit on and multiple arms, and he looks real tough, like kind of all of his arms all bowed up like he's ready to punch, and just looking out like mad dogging. And Olga's like, "What was that?
I don't trust her.
Who's there?"
Olga.
Hello.
We have questions.
For me?
Yes.
Oh, I was really in the middle of something. Okay. Yeah. What's his name? Moo, go get the gate. Go get the gate, Moo. And the monkey, like, just kind of grabs hold of the door frame and swings over her and jumps down and runs over and unlocks the gate for y'all.
Kate'll say, like, maybe we could try the food so we could distract the monkey and then talk to Olga.
Yeah. Med will pull a fresh apple out and sort of take a bite to show how delicious it is. And being like, hey, would you like some? What was his name? Moo Moo?
Moo. Yes.
Moo Moo. Yeah. So he's like, hey, Moo Moo, do you want to try some?
Sniffs it. Looks back to Olga. I don't care. Just make... Does it have any dairy in it? It hurts his stomach, and I don't want to deal with that anymore.
No, no
Lactose
dairy.
intolerant monkey.
All right, that's fine then. Go ahead. And it's like, he gets all excited and like grabs her from me and just starts like nomming.
Is she coming out to us, or does she want us to
No,
go
she
in
wants,
there?
yeah, she kind of like turns her back and is like, hey, if you got questions, you can ask me. I'm in the middle of something.
Kate's gonna skip to the shack.
I'm gonna follow like right behind. I don't want to be in front, but if Kate's going first, I want to go with her.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know.
Are
And
we?
we would be right behind
Yes.
Lemon. Like,
So are we
as she
going
walks by Olga,
inside?
she's just gonna like, yes.
Kate was gonna.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Kate.
Cecily is gonna just watch everybody's back and keep the door.
Yeah, Med's
Mostly
gonna stand
open.
in the doorway.
Yeah, so Kithley will just be like chilling outside.
Okay.
Kate's
no,
thinking.
Watch the monkey.
Kate's thinking the schematics are probably in there, so we need to go there because that's where they might be. That's what Kate's thinking. So she's very much. She's not thinking about danger in this old lady's lair. No, never.
I mean, that's fair. Neither is Lemon.
Maggie
As
would-
untrustworthy as she is, it's like, she's a monkey. She's an old lady.
it's an old lady with a monkey. What's that?
Maggie
Y'all
is
follow.
just like,
Go on.
right. Oh, yeah. Everyone goes in.
Like, we're doing this. Okay. But yeah, you walk in your various decided positions, and as you do, you see that Olga has scooped up what looks to be like a bunch of metal scraps that she dropped in the chaos, and had like the table, like this is very much a human sized or like a average sized person place, and then she's like a little 3-foot gnome, so she like just reaches up real high and puts it all back on the table and then climbs up on the stool and like stands on top. This room itself, though, like I said, mostly human sized. There's a little kitchen kind of back in one corner that is just like, basically just a wood fire, like stone oven kind of thing, and a little like wash pail area. There's a cot that kind of hammock, like is attached hammock like from some beams that go across the top. And then the rest of the place is just solid scraps, oil slicks, pieces of wires, screws, tools, all sorts of stuff, like everywhere. It does look messy, but it's like that disorganized mess of where, yes, there's a pile of tools over here, but you notice it's a pile of wrenches, a pile of hammers, a pile of like the nails, it's all organized in a bed. And then this big table kind of like used around the whole end that is just like covered in different little like doodads and thingamajiggers and everything that she's been working on creating, whatever. And she's kind of putting everything back up and is like, what's your question?
What are you making?
I mean, definitely making a lot of things. See, so currently what this one is, and she'll like scoot everything to the side and then like put up a little pad of like grid paper that has this like really crudely drawn kind of plan and schematics. And you see on the top it says I dash scream and you dash scream louder, and then that's crossed out, and then it says the I scream, you scream, we all scream and scream and scream and scream and scream, and that one's crossed out. She's like, the name is a work in progress. Okay, but essentially this would be a new ride. I like making rides here. This would be a new fun ride where all of the tastes of the Revelia can be experienced. You got Salted Sophie's Lab. You got rum and red tickets. You got sugared snout, apple and amalgamation. The possibility are endless. So you would get in this like cone-shaped vessel seat. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. And just be flung through a melody of different flavors.
Whoa. And
Right.
Kate's gonna kind of like, if she has the stuff kind of like, her back's turned to the rest of her place, right?
Yeah, this is
So
kind of
if
one
she-
end of it.
Yeah, if she has her stuff out like on the table, Kate's gonna kind of like be standing next to her, but she's kind of like her butt is like on the table, looking at looking at whatever she's drawing, and kind of like turned outward. And whenever there's a moment that Olga's like pointing at the map and stuff, she's just gonna take a look to her party and kind of with her eyes be like, just kind of like I talk, like look around, and she's just gonna keep like, literally, she could do this for hours, just be like, and what does it do? What are you making it out of? What's another thing? What are some of the names that you've come up with? How many? Why didn't you pick that one? Why didn't you pick that one? Like literally just asking 1,000 questions about everything that she's working on.
And
to
yeah,
try
and
keep her distracted.
she is like in it. She's like, oh, and see, at one time I made one ride that was called a whirly tilt. It maybe threw a lot of people into space. I don't know. They never came back down. So I needed to reevaluate this one. This one seems more fun. But
Space sounds like fun.
I mean, maybe it was. Maybe they're still having fun. I don't know. I never got any sort of reviews from it. No one ever came back.
Because they were having so much fun. Why put
Maybe so.
Most people don't put a reviews if they're good. People usually only put reviews if things are bad.
That's
So-
some bullshit. I want to know when my things are good.
Should we be doing what is it, investigation checks or something, looking
Yeah,
for
I was
schematics?
gonna. Yes, I was
While
gonna
they're-
kind of like rummage it, like
Mhm.
quietly, like.
Yeah, go for it. So everyone do first investigation. Then if you see something just by looking that you want to dig into more, I'll probably have you roll stealth. But after that, Olga's like, well, what is your name? Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Am I muted? I keep like saying things and then muting again. My name's Kate.
Great. Since you seem so very interested in my rides, and I appreciate it. I feel like no one around here really appreciates me and what I do in these rides. But anyway, that's besides the point. I do need some things to finish this particular ride. And, you know, I'm getting old. It's hard to go running around looking for things. Plus, I have so much work to do here. You usually don't agree with someone when they say they're old, but it's okay. I am very old. I understand. So if you and your friends were interested, I would gladly pay 50 tickets to you to gather these items for me. And then, of course, there's so many things people have left and lost and thrown in here. There's lots of trinkets in the construction zone. You're more than welcome to search about after you give me one of them. Don't take freebies. will know. But I need two creepy crawlies, alive or dead. I don't have real preference, really. Felix makes these fireball shots. That would be very handy. I'd prefer a live schnozzling. And also an amalgamations, horn or hoof or whatever. I will not ask questions on how you get it. And then honestly, just a large chunk of brass. I know that there's one kind of stuck in the rubble around here somewhere, and I can't quite pull it free. You know, my muscles have had better days. But if you give me all of them 50 tickets, and you can keep any trinkets you find.
Oh, that does sound good. We are pretty bored these days. Not as much going on here in the Revelia.
That must mean I need to make more rides so we can have fun. We don't want people getting stale, being bored.
True.
Yes, what I do.
I have heard people talking, whispers of what Olga's next big thing is going to be. So it has to be spectacular.
Do a quick persuasion roll for me. Anyone with investigation, what did y'all get?
I do believe that I rolled not very well. I rolled a 13.
I rolled a 16.
7.
I didn't roll because I'm outside, but I can roll if you want me to.
With Med and Lemon, like I said, this place is chaos, but it's very organized chaos more than anything. And you do notice that, on this little kind of U-shaped desk, we'll say that, Kate and Olga are currently on the right side. On the left side, there are quite a few baskets that have like rolled up pieces of paper in it and like a notepad. And it seems like paper goods are over there. I would say, Med, if you want to roll a stealth for me, since you got a little bit better of a look, maybe you can discern what might be good. Kate, what did you get on persuasion?
Just a 13.
Yes, and I think it's imperative to get those goods, if you don't mind.
Okay.
My stealth is a dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah, you kind of like inch over, and like the notebook, you're kind of like, this seems like more her ideas, like it's similar to the notebook she's looking at right now, so you kind of, not gonna mess with that. And then just like quick kind of dig around, and you see that this is full of all sorts of different schematics. It seems like a lot of things maybe don't exist, and then some are as simple as like the big top, and it's just like poles. There we go. But as you're kind of looking, you do see one that has a little like Ferris wheel, like you can see a little drawing of one on the corner of the sheet. You're like, boop. Can I grab that?
Yes, I steal.
You see it like as you do that, Kithily. You've been standing outside, kind of in the doorway, and Mumu has just been sitting at your feet, just like gnawing very loudly on this like jerky, and just like, like looks up at you. Chews on a little bit longer. He gets about halfway through it, and he just like makes this like I'm bored face. He's like just throws it and then like walks in. About the time like Med, you're like,
I push him with my foot.
He makes this noise like you kicked him. This just like, and Olga's like, oh goodness, Moo, what's wrong? Moo.
I just go back and stand again. I'm sorry?
You were in the woods, weren't you?
You remember me,
So you're very strong, very fast. It was hard to keep up with you.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're here and you're having so much fun and have made friends. You're very welcome.
tell you how much fun I've been having.
You feel a piece of jerky slap you in the side of the face, and Mumu's just standing there.
Are we on like a little ledge? Like, was it a little walk up?
Yeah,
Can
like
I
all
push
3
him
steps
off the
up.
step? Yeah,
Oh,
push him off
he
the
like
step.
went down after you kicked him, picked up the jerky, and just chunked it at your head from the ground.
Him, I pushed him.
He thinks you kicked him.
Mm.
And she's like,
I dodge that because I do. And I'm just gonna glare at the monkey.
getting a very weird energy here, and Mumu looks unhappy. So I would like if y'all would go, and then Miss Kate, if you find it in your time, feel free to deliver. There's 5 items. I'll give you 10 tickets each one you turn in, so you don't have to worry about carrying them all around.
Ooh, okay. Thank you, Olga. That's so nice.
Well, you're very welcome. I'm very excited to see that, maybe my work is for naught, and it can bring some smiles to some of y'all. And it does bring me some joy that maybe people did enjoy my whirly tilt.
Yeah. People want to go to space all the time. You just gave them that opportunity.
Good job, Olga. Anyway, y'all can leave. Bye-bye.
Good jobs herself.
Good
Oh
job.
my god.
Kate will skip back to the gate. She completely forgot what we were in there to get.
Tiffany does the like, what's up, bro? Like shoulder, like like kind of mock thing at the monkey to make it run back inside.
He holds his ground. He just like looks at you like.
Walk
And when y'all
off.
get to the gate, he just like turns around and goes up the stairs and just sits there.
Gilly could literally have a staring contest with this monkey if someone's not.
Maggie sees that this is going on. She's gonna like position herself like in between Kithly, like in front of Kithly, but like not like covering her, but just like also just like pick up like the menacing glare at the monkey and just be like,
Yes.
The monkey like looks down at you and then up. He just just nod back and forth, like not really sure he's supposed to stare down anymore. Like,
Well, I intimidate the monkey.
intimidate that monkey.
Monkey fight. Monkey fight.
"Can I assist in the intimidation? Is that a thing?"
Is that
Yeah, you give her advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't know. I mean, if they
Oh.
need extra help, I can.
17
yep.
on the advantage.
Nice. Yeah, and he just kind of looks back and forth enough. Just like walks inside and the door shuts.
Yeah. Thanks,
And then
Maggie.
you just see like a little shadow like in the light of the window.
Like looking through the
She's just
blinds. Love it.
We make a good pair, Maggie. We make a good pair. Yeah.
And Maggie will just like fist bump you.
Right.
Alrighty. So y'all kind of
Yes.
we'll
So
meet up.
where are we going now? What did anybody write down what she needed? Are we doing that?
I did.
Wrote it down too.
I tried. I was not fast enough.
I don't know what Bryce is unless I
We're
missed
gonna
it.
do work for
Brass.
her.
Brass.
I mean, I brass. If we wanted to, I mean, money, or I mean, tickets are tickets.
That's true. 2 creepy crawlies, a fireball shot, live schnossling for live schnossling, amalgamation, claw or foot, and a chunk of brass.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Why all
Sounded
those bullet
right.
points are 2s and Discord, but I
Well,
put
we'll
them in
just
Discord.
like maybe keep that as an option.
True.
Mhm.
That's a very nice conversation.
Did you have fun?
I did. She
Looked
was
like
very
it.
sweet.
I really
She's
liked
very
her
sweet.
sweater. Had lots of colors.
She had very good fashion.
Um,
Good.
We can get the chunk of brass right now, but I think because it's here, it's just stuck under the rubble. But I think we should definitely look at the schematics so we
Do you-
know what we're doing.
Do you have
Right,
it in your
no.
hands?
Yes.
The
If
Kate's-
once we're out, I'm assuming at this point we're outside because you guys
Mm.
tried to fight a fucking monkey and she
Yes.
doesn't
Mhm,
want to send
mhm.
there. So I assume we are outside, and I'll make a big show of like, well, first things first, guys, let's get this chunk of brass. And I got 2 strong guys here. And so yes, I expected poses. Yes. So so I'll make a big show of that happening. And then when we are sort of out of sight, I will pull out the schematics and see, like, do I even know what I'm looking at here?
Kate's like, oh, that's the thing we were supposed to get.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Alrighty. So you look at this bit of stuff here. Oh, I did something dumb. I had it in Roll20 and now it's not here, so I don't know where I put it. But it is a pretty detailed view of the wheel itself. You can see where the right connectors of it are, how many parts there are to it, all sorts of different. This isn't the right one, but it's close. All sorts of good angles and info. Let me drag y'all just so you can have a little view of it. Doo-doo-doo. So you're kind of looking at this. Anybody looking at it that is willing, go ahead and roll for me a. I'm gonna say just like intelligence, just a straight kind of roll.
Not gonna be me, guys.
I don't know how intelligent any of us really are.
Kate's gonna roll it, but it's not gonna be good.
I mean, I can roll it, but it will not because there's no way.
4.
Well, no, she's
Five.
looking.
5. All right, I will throw one out there too.
It looks like
Oh,
a
it was
seven.
almost. Oh, that's a save. Ignore that.
Good job, Med.
Yeah.
Shit, Med. I got a 10.
Oh, nice.
Like intelligence for me, that's like.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
I rolled an actual check, not a save, and I got a 19.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shit, let me.
Yeah.
See, on average, we're smart.
One of us got the brains.
So you are kind of looking this over as Med kind of sits it down. And Lemon, you for some reason, this is just making sense fully to
So
you.
much sense to me.
Yeah, like I'll give you even too like a little bit of it. The two of y'all have been around a little bit longer than the rest of the crew here, and there is a language called gobbledygook that a lot of the revelers, especially those that are like fully drinking the Kool-Aid, know. And y'all have definitely picked up some of it, and a lot of the schematic is written in gobbledygook. So to a lot of people, makes zero sense, but you're kind of picking up on like some of these pieces. And you see as part of this that there is like the main wheel. It's about 80 feet tall. It's got the 8 spokes that are kind of that rusted metal that y'all saw before. You see that the connection, so there's like 4 thick iron beams that are kind of sunk into the ground to keep the main wheel secured. They connect to the center that's more stationary. So they kind of go around that like middle bit. That's what you're kind of gathering, probably making it like a little wobbly and not quite centered because it's not really attached well to this entire thing. You can see that there are about like the 20 gondolas or so around the area. Just behind the metal platform, so this like E2 section is a smaller wheel. And it is contained within like the scaffolding cage that's about like 15 feet and is like very visible through kind of the spokes of the larger wheel. But it itself is kind of attached to this other metal platform, and there is, it looks like, a access ladder that can kind of get in the back to this, that then leads up to the actual center of the wheel. That is the E4, the little smiley winky face. Let me see if there's anything else that would be super helpful. I think just for like ease sake with this, it's looking like that's the easiest way to get up, is to get behind E1 up E2 to the actual thing, which is E4. And if there is any sort of like damaging that y'all decide needs to be done or some way, because it's like pretty noticeable, all of this, so it's like kind of whatever, like that is the core of where everything kind of functions and is hooked together.
And as I'm like looking over this, I like tell everybody that, like, super finessed. Like, I'm like, well, it just kind of looks like it's not really attached, and it seems that like E1 to E2 to the platform to E4 seems like the best way to go.
Yeah.
Maggie, in like true sibling fashion, is just gonna be like, so if we hit it really, really hard, it'll just roll away?
We could do that. Or
Well, I think the potential to damage things could be critical in making this plan very successful. But don't we need a piece of it?
yeah, we need that glowy eye.
So Maggie and I could just rip it out.
So we could either have it roll away and people will be looking the whole time, or if somebody small and strong, or strong and strong, could get up there unnoticed and then rip the eye out so that you don't cause people to look at you until you've already done your deed.
So
Then you could jump back down and be ready for the fight that is inevitably going to happen.
normally I do the throwing, but Kithily, what if you just like football hurdled me at the eye, and then I'll just and then we can.
Yep. I'm sold. I don't need any more pushing on that. I was going to say that I know that like my weakness is like sneaking, and so like Maggie going up there made sense, but I can totally chuck Maggie up there.
Well, I was thinking maybe there could be a distraction of dancing, and I look at like Kate, and then I like put my hands out and like I like, you know, like fireball, like start a fireball up, like, and not, you know, because that's what I do.
I can do a booming voice to have everyone look at this, look at the
Excellent.
distraction.
Like a real carnival.
Yeah. Come on.
like how I was talking about earlier, how about like real life being dream and dream being real life. In a dream, I think maybe I learned how to do a new thing, and it could possibly help with the distraction and create many colors and fun things while we dance, and it can be very big. So I think that's perfect. A performance.
Excellent.
It's
I
been a
also
while.
have minor illusions as a cantrip, so we're just gonna make sure that I thought that'll be really fun.
We're just gonna do 7 spells.
7,000
And
things at
7,000
once.
We're
Okay,
just gonna fly through the air really quietly. Great.
my channel
Aerodynamic.
divinity from my paladin gives me advantage on athletics and acrobatic checks.
Yes,
al-
let's
I
go.
also have advantage on all stealth checks 3 times a day. So
Okay.
if there is a way to stealthily fly through the air, I'm doing that shit.
He's Batman.
I feel like
is
we're
what
all
Christopher
made for
thinks.
this moment. Like this
This
moment
is
is the
this
culmination
is what
of
we've been
all of our
waiting for.
characters.
Yep. Mhm.
I will also, because I think I can give it now, I'm going to also give both of you guys Bardic Inspiration.
What are you at now?
I'm
Go
gonna,
ahead and you can like announce it now, but it only lasts for a minute. So just like
okay, so I won't
so
give
it's
it
just
right
like
now.
Kithily, I'll give it to you, and then when you because it's concentration, so you can really only have one active at a time.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So guys.
So
But
if
just
it's like
you can easily do that. Just I do this
Well,
a
what I
minute
can-
before.
I can also do give guidance.
Ooh,
And so that's just a 1d4 to an ability check. And it can be done before or after making the check. But it's also concentration, so I can only do it to one person. So Kate, if you want to do one for Kithily and I do one for Maggie, we can do it that way.
okay.
Um,
Can they
I can also-
stack? Sorry.
They could stack, that's true, but don't they both need well, you know what? No, Maggie's like super stealthy anyway, so whatever.
Well, I think what Taylor was saying was I could give it to like Kithily. Kithily could do the throwing roll, and then that would be like then it would be dropped, and then I could also give it to Maggie. So like just really
I
quick,
see.
kind of like bum bum bum.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I have to
but-
touch somebody, so I will touch Kithily, and then you can have it, and then you can add in. It would stack.
Okay.
I guess you're right though, because if we're gonna also be distracting while they do that, shit. Wait. Oh, is it really? It's concentration.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like necessarily like concentration, but I'm pretty sure like only one can be active at a time.
Well, mine's
Unless
concentration.
Maybe I'm convinced I'm confusing it with bless then. But
let
I was
me
like,
let me read
Never
this.
played a bard, so I could be 100% wrong.
So it says
And
as
could
a
be
bonus
confusing with
action,
bless.
it might be. So as a bonus action, a creature within 60 feet can hear you gains inspiration minus 1d8 for 10 for 10 minutes. The creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll but before knowing the outcome. So I think as long as I just
I think I'm confusing with bless because isn't bless just like a minute
Bless is
or
concentration
guidance?
for
Bless.
Yeah.
Those are both a minute, and they are concentration.
Yeah, then I was
don't know
confusing
if
with those,
bardic
so.
inspiration is concentration or not.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I'll just whenever we get up to the thing, I'll give it to both of you because I have 3 charges in it.
Okay.
So I'll just give it to both of you, and then Matt, if you also want to give someone guidance and stuff.
If it's not necessary, I will use my concentration for the thaumaturgy or whatever.
Oh,
That.
I have.
I'll do that.
I'm gonna cast Bull's Strength on Maggie. The target has advantage on strength checks, and his or her carrying capacity doubles.
oh, nice.
Maggie's just.
And I have inspiration. So the plan is distraction. I am going to throw Maggie at the thing. Maggie's going to rip the thing out and make it down very quickly. And then, okay, so
Are you doing this from like the front of it? Or are you doing this in the back? So like throwing her up the scaffolding.
I think at the back. what if the plan goes off and no one comes? Like, what's our
If no one shows up to our distraction,
yeah, or if no one comes, like when we rip the thing out, like, are we just
Then-
hightailing it back to the hostile, or?
yeah, we either hightail it back to the hostel or hotel or whatever, and then like the boring room, or we go to lock.
Isn't there a place that we take all the pieces?
It's the rail
The toy
station.
maker, essentially. Yeah, or
okay.
straight to the rail station.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wouldn't want to
I mean-
lead like straight from this big thing that we're about to cause to the rail station.
True.
I mean, Stefano / toy maker are paying you to do parts, essentially, so they at least
okay. So yeah, we can.
want to know.
Yes, let's meet back at Locks.
Okay.
Maybe.
Can I push for the hostel because Locke is already suspicious.
True.
Like, so.
All right, then let's meet up at the hostel and we'll the boring room specifically.
Yeah, if we have to fly, or
Everything
whatever.
goes perfectly. We just meet back at the boring room.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
So as soon as we get like close enough where the throwing is happening within 10 minutes, I'm going to give those 2 bardic inspirations. So I'm going to go ahead and check those off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 1d8 to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay. Kate Lemon. What's Med doing during this? I'm sorry. Kate and Lemon are distracting. Are you also distracting?
I am distracting. I'm doing the booming voice, being like, "Come
Gotcha.
on, come all, check out, see the amazing, talented, blah blah." You know.
Perfect. So Kate, Lemon, Med.
How far away are you guys?
I figure we would be in. I don't have a map anymore. We would be.
in front.
I would say
Uh-huh.
well, yeah. Within spell range for me
Mm.
is ideal.
So what? 30 to 60 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's like 120
yeah.
or whatever.
Oh, I see it.
It's
So,
like
yeah,
my
so-
largest is 150. Yeah.
Okay, so let's be about 50 feet away because that's how fast I can fly in one move.
You kind of be down there in like a little bit of those tents and stuff, you know, kind of
Mhm.
pulling in. Okay. Explain to me what y'all are doing for this distraction.
Okay.
I would do the booming voice, saying to come one, come all, see the amazing moves of Kate, the dancing vixen.
Then
Watch
I'm
her
like
feet
lemon-
if you can. They never stop. They never cease. Just goes and goes and goes and goes. Come be dazzled by the lights of the luminous lemon.
Ooh.
Soleil. Soleil.
Soleil.
That's how people know me.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
The luminous
I'm a-
Soleil.
Yeah.
There you go. We just got rated. Sweet.
Oh, thank you. Lost Caravan RPG.
Players
Yay.
of the Caravan.
Well,
You're here for our plan.
Yeah, right. The execution.
watch the
All
show.
right.
And- Yeah,
Look
big
over to see who
wings,
rated.
big span. He's got his bobbles in his wings, and they clack a little bit. You know, the little whenever he moves a little bit, and just bringing people in, booming voice. And he's flying a little bit, you know, to be a big beacon. That's how he's bringing people in.
Okay.
With that kind of like beginning, Kate's gonna pull out probably not the instrument of destruction, not yet. She's gonna pull out the viol that she has and kind of like really get like foot stomping like loud and pull that out, get the music going, and starts kind of like dancing as people come closer to like watch the show. she's gonna dance in kind of like a circle to corral them as close as possible.
Okay.
Kind of like around, and then after Lemon does stuff, she'll have a thing.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
So, Lemon is a fire breather. That's what she does in the show. She does anything that's like an illusion and that type of thing. So, I want to first. I don't know if this. I've never played a sorcerer before. Well, I say that, but I have before. But just in a different gaming system. But I would like to. Can I create a minor illusion of Kate?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, it doesn't like make noise or anything, but you can have
Yeah,
like a
it
little.
doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't do anything. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm literally just trying to create more of her, like one more of her to like help corral, right?
Ooh.
And then I am going to do like just like some fire breathing. I'm gonna like shoot big flames up into the sky, obviously not towards the people, and have do my best to have like flames like dancing around in a big circle. I'm also not dancing, but I'm gonna call it flame dancing.
Yeah, like
I'm not a
moving
very
with
good
kind of like
dancer.
like flame, like you do the
Yeah,
movements with it, the
yeah,
flow, the ebb and
like
flow.
yes, and that is what I'm going to do. Well, Kate dances around as well as like we try and do like a
Okay.
minor illusion as well.
So at the back of that, as like more of the people are coming around, they're like entranced by the fire breathing and everything. Kate's gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern, which you create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern has to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for up to a minute. And while charmed, they're incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
Does this include us, your friendlies?
I don't.
Yeah, does it say of your choice or anything?
It doesn't say of your choice, but I'll make sure like I'm doing it where like the 3 of us are like at the front of the cube and like they are in the cube, like the people are in the cube. So maybe kind of like as I loop around and I dance behind Lemon, kind of like shoot it up, and then like the people in front will get hit. So I need 50 wisdom saving throws.
You're getting 1.
Damn it.
I need 50 saves.
Well, okay.
I want 50.
Can I?
Here's what I'll do.
Oh, I guess I can't. Oh, never mind.
Okay. What I will do is I will do 5. They're normal people, so it's just going to be straight rolls, whatever's on the dice, because I'm not going to look up stats for all these different types of creatures that are in this place. For every single one that passes, we'll give everybody a plus on this roll. So if 3 out of 5 pass, you'll get a +3 on your athletics, a +3 on your stealth, a +3 on your performance. Like whatever the next roll is that you want to use that plus on, you can use it in this scenario. So what is your DV?
14.
5 D20s in here. I've taken a lot of them.
We can also do a performance check as well,
one.
like on top of that. Because we're
we're still going to do a performance check, but this is going to give you the bonus.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. What'd you say the DV was again?
14.
I'm rolling like shit with real dice the last couple of weeks, so let's see. Oh, that one went off the ground. Okay. I cursed you. I'm so sorry. I literally have 2 natural 20s and a 19. But
what the hell?
The others are a 12 and a 3. So you get a plus
Okay.
2.
Okay, we got 2. Plus 2.
You get a plus 2. Okay, I say I've been rolling like shit. I really have, except for this die. It is a Jake original, a Die Hard
it out of
dice.
there.
My little like glow in the dark peach ring with my little. It was a reject because the D20 screwed up. I rolled this during 2000 Tales too, and did so well.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Good, we're good.
So-
We're good.
you got plus 2. About half the crowd's really in it. As you are doing this and you're casting this on this crowd and like really like tuning in to what everyone is saying, how everyone's feeling, how you can kind of like manipulate this performance to like distract. And one thing stands out to you most, Kate. You keep hearing people that have turned their attention to you and your dancing and your feet, specifically thanks to Med being like, come look at her, she never stops dancing. A lot of people are commenting. They're like, man, she's nearly as good as Helvis. Though I like his blue shoes better. They're much prettier. And they're like, I don't know, I really like the red. I mean, she's more graceful. He's more like bluesy. They're like, yeah, but you gotta admit, like, that whole vibe that he's got going on is much better than this. And like, you can hear people talking about specifically Elvis and the blue shoes that he wears. And
Blair
now,
is excited. I don't know if Kate's pissed, but Blair is also pissed.
I think Holly gets it. Holly knows what's happening.
I do. Yeah,
got it.
I am
got it.
dying.
I know, but just that face.
Helvis,
With blue shoes.
Desley, Helvis,
Elvis.
Nestle, Helvis Cressley,
There you go.
Deathly, for sure.
Helvis Deathly,
Yeah.
Death. Yep.
Yep.
You're killing it. Yep. Nailed
got
it.
I'm good at words, you guys. I'm so good.
But with that, I will turn it to y'all. You can use your plus 2 whenever you choose in this entire scenario. So if you roll really well in this current performance, you're chill. If not, go on. But we'll do just a general group skill check for our distracting party. So everyone roll either I would say probably more performance for Kate and Lemon, but maybe even more on the persuasion for Med, since you're kind of hyping. So whichever feels better there. And then let me know
dirty
y'all
20.
And then add 2.
if you want, or you can save it if you happen to have another roll
I'm
during
saving
this
mine.
heist.
Yeah. I got a dirty 20.
I got a 17 on persuasion.
24.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm going to say I'm better than Helvis, y'all. I'll save that.
What a
plus 2.
diva and some leave.
No, Kate doesn't say that. Kate doesn't say that. That's not Kate.
Well, that gives y'all an average of 20, which will succeed the DV. As this crowd is thoroughly entranced by this entire performance, it's like a surprise. It's something new. I mean, while this place is great and everyone loves it and it's so much fun, it can get a little repetitive after a while. You know, the same jokes over and over again. And this is something new. And oh my gosh, the amazing Soleil out at the big top. I can see them without having to pay 10 tickets. This is the best. Very exciting day for a lot of these patrons here. Y'all, as in Maggie and Kithily, hear this applause. Oh my gosh, everyone's clapping. You look over and see the fire going off and know that without a doubt, the ground crew, like anyone on the ground, is fully entranced in this. You do notice as y'all are kind of walking up, there are still some people on the ride, which are looking and stuff, but they're, distanced. As well as there is still the marionette at the front of the Ferris wheel at the ticket booth that doesn't seem to care. It's just kind of a doll. And in fact, I mean, you've kind of heard this particular marionette say the same things over and over and over again. Like, even less words than Polly. So maybe pretty non-sentient. It's just kind of like, watch your step. Don't lean too far. Kiss the sky and say hello to happiness. My favorite star is that one. Would you like to visit the moon? I would. Watch your step. Don't lean. You know, it's just like kind of on loop as people walk by. What?
You ready for this?
I was born ready for this. And she's hyped.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna ask to pick you up before I pick you up. Okay.
Let's do it. I never get to be the one being picked up. Oh, yes.
I know, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So we are aiming for basically
I want
the
to
picture
go
left,
back to the
but-
schematics.
Thank you. I mean, I'm gonna aim for like right where she needs to go.
Okay.
And
So you want to like aim like up to the E4, but like from the back, kind of like past those like weird little arms that barely hold it together.
Yes. Yeah. That's my hope. But I'm gonna channel divinity on myself. I cast bull strength on her. I have inspiration. I have. Was there anything else? That was it, right?
Yeah, because Med had to like actively touch you within the minute.
Okay. So I have advantage. I'm going to roll. Everyone cross your fingers. It's gonna be great.
Be in my head. See if you ate it to get to the right spot.
I'm gonna roll inspiration, which I believe is a D8.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's a D8? That one's a D8.
Than you so very much.
So 21. I'm gonna add my +2 to it because
Okay.
I think that we really want her to be where she needs to be. So yeah. So 23 altogether.
The DV was 20. As you pick up Miss Marvelous Maggie, kind of, you know, get her feet in your hands here, nice and balanced, and just shot put this gnome. Yeah, it's like you feel like you were getting shot out of a cannon. You know, you're just like, yes, this is great. For a moment, and then you're like, oh my god, this metal is getting so close so freaking fast. I need you to do either a athletics or an acrobatics to be able to hold on, grab on, not essentially take what's going to be fall damage to the head as you bonk into all of this.
With the bull strength, do I have advantage on one athletic rolls or all athletic rolls for a certain amount of time?
Let me double checking. Enhance ability. Advantage on strength checks for up to an hour, as long as I'm concentrating.
Then we're gonna go ahead and do athletics.
What? That's badass. Nice.
Okay, so the first one was a 27.
Nice. I don't know if it's going to be able to see. Look at these little surfing lemurs on this can. It's not going to focus. Oh.
Aww. Oh my god.
Natural
You got a natural 20.
Natural 20! Woo!
Yes.
Best plant.
Oh,
Nice.
this is awesome.
You shot put through the air and you are like enjoying this feeling of freedom, flying. You are higher than you've ever been, and you see this coming and you realize you're going to the height you need to be, but you're just like a little off from center. But you manage to grab hold of one of these little arms that stick out, spin around it, yanking it out of the Ferris wheel and landing on top of another one. So you essentially have it down to 3 prongs holding this Ferris wheel together as you're balanced on one of the other ones, right on the edge of this circle. So essentially, you know, the goods are on the other side. So you have to kind of climb around, but you have managed to destable it. It's shaking a little bit, but that's kind of normal. No one's really noticing anything is up currently. As you go ahead.
Maggie, like,
However you wish to like get around. Yeah. Do a little bow.
You just yes.
So, however you wish to get around this little edge, let me know. It's probably a good, like, you know, it's got a bit of a lip to it, but you probably got, you know, 3 feet or so to kind of get around to be in the blinking eye of this.
stealthily and as carefully as normally possible.
Normally.
She's gonna like just like, you know how movies when they're like on the windowsill and they're just, no, Maggie
Yeah.
is just like sneaking around the edge. She wants to grab it and get going.
Yes. Okay. Let me see. Okay. You start to like kind of slide around the side. Go ahead and roll. I would put this one more. Actually, I'll let you. Again, athletics or acrobatics. Like if you're more holding yourself up, we'll let you kind of use that strength version to kind of like scoot around and not fall. And then also after do stealth on top of that as well, just for good measure.
Right. First strength check was a 16. Second one was a 17. So 17 on strength.
You still have your +2 too.
Oh yeah, so 19 on strength. And then do I add my inspiration?
But the next
Is it
roll's a silk.
bardic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's after you know the roll, which you've done. Yeah, the next one is stealth. So, so you see what you think on stealth.
All right, I'm just gonna leave it at the 19.
Okay.
We're gonna leave it at the 19, and we're gonna go ahead and roll stealth. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my barbarian ability to give me advantage on the roll. Oh no! I'm so glad I did that. All right, so the first one was a 7.
I'll stare at D&D.
I don't have it open, so y'all gotta tell me. I get to
real.
wait and see y'all's
Was this-
faces
It's
first.
just, yeah, we're all like waiting.
So 16 plus the D8. I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration.
Okay.
Maybe if my computer will roll it. There it goes.
Your computer knows anticipation really well.
I know, right? Gosh.
4 on that. So a dirty 20 on stealth.
Yes.
You start kind of scooting around. It's a very small ledge, even for you. Like it's not even a ledge. It is just kind of like the section where the coupling, you know, where it all meets. And at one point in time, your foot slips, but you're able to, like, you've made it far enough around that you grab hold of essentially the like nose of the clown on this and yank yourself up back to better footing. Looking around, everyone on the ground still fully distracted. Everyone that is riding, you can see them now as they kind of get closer, all very much like fully enthralled. You know, they've got the pointy teeth, the makeup, they're causing ruckuses. A few of them are like actively trying to shake it and scare like just normal riders in it. It's a hot mess, but none of them are looking your general direction yet. So you see that in this like winking eye, that like main big blue eye, is the thingamajig. We'll say that you got a little bit of a look of the schematic Locke would have, or Toymaker would have showed y'all before. Let me actually let me switch my cam so not everyone sees all my secrets in Legend Keeper. Did y'all know Legend Keeper is a great,
I use
an
Legend Keeper
amazing
for
program.
everything.
Do we have a thing?
We
We used
put
to at one point in time. Okay. In Legend Keeper, under important
it
things,
might be under
y'all
LT.
can now see the thingamajig. But what
Nope, it's
you see is this large, like, metallic, fancy, ornate disc with this giant kind of crystal ball-esque thing in the middle. And when I say giant, I'm like talking like, let me see, like 8 feet across and like 150 pounds at least. Like, now that you're up in it, you're like, oh, this is the entire freaking eye of this thing. So you're looking at it. You can pry it out. Just know it's huge. You don't know what's necessarily going to happen, and there's a drop.
This was the game plan. We're gonna do it. This was.
What's your strength?
My strength is 20.
So 20 times your carrying capacity is 300, doubled because of full strength.
You can carry 600 pounds right now, like, no problem.
Yeah. Carrying, yeah. Your strength score multiplied by 15 is what you can carry in pounds. Italy's so proud of you. Just so proud of you.
It's like the
We've known
best
each
like
other
she's
2
felt
days.
ever.
A whopping
We've known each other
48
2 days, and
hours.
she's so proud.
And Kinley is like, my heart is outside of my chest.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Carrying capacity doubles with full strength.
Yes. Loving
So-
this. I'm loving every second of this.
Go ahead and make an athletics check to pry this thing out.
First one was a 26. Second roll is nowhere near as good, so 26.
Okay. Quick little check-in. How's that? How are y'all down on the ground?
We're just having a
watching
party.
this? Are you just enjoying it? Kethley's back there, just like, oh, so good.
I'm in awe. I'm great.
I'm just going to keep going until there's some sort of ruckus or I see the light go out from his eye or something. So I'm just going to keep doing the thing.
Okay.
Keep the distraction.
Yeah,
So-
Kate's just in the performance, giving it 110%.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, my sister's life is on the line, so I'm doing everything I can to keep everyone's attention.
Maggie, you kind of dig your fingers under this. This is now like you have, 4 inches worth of platform that you're like balanced on. And you dig your fingers under this and you're about to start pulling and you feel the whole Ferris wheel shake. Kithley, you watch as one of those other brackets breaks off in the back, the one that Maggie had been standing on. Maggie, you have to catch yourself and hold on again. It's shaking more now. It's a little harder, but you're still keeping your grip here. And you just like stick one foot up against the wall and start to just try and pry this giant thing, like literally 3 times your size in like circumference, out. And it's surprisingly easy, as you see that bits of it are like rusted, and so some of the stuff that's been kind of holding it together just kind of break off, like snap easy, and you're able to kind of like a cake, plastic cake thing you get from like the store where you have to like break off all the little pieces to try and open it. It's kind of like that, and it's just as impossibly loud that you're like, oh my god. But the whole thing is shaking now. As Kithly, another one breaks off, and you feel that jolt, Maggie, as you yank on this thing, over half of it coming off, and it's just barely holding on by the top part, and you're literally holding onto it and like jumping and pulling it down. The whole Ferris wheel is tilting as you do this.
Can I get in place to catch her? Or be crushed by her?
You'd have to run to the front, but absolutely.
To the front or the back?
Front, because the actual eye is on the front of the Ferris wheel, so she had to kind of walk around it. But you yank down one more time, and you feel it come loose, and you kind of land on that platform, expecting to have to now hold up this heavy weight as the entire thing kind of shrinks in your hands. And it's now like, I don't know, I mean, it's still big, but it's like 2 feet maybe by like
So
a
still
foot.
most of my height.
Yeah. But as you pull down on it and that it lets loose, make for me please a Constitution saving throw. As lightning shoots out of this like gem that's in the center of it, that same blue sparks you saw earlier shooting out into you.
No, not my new best friend.
Find me a bunch of D8s real quick.
What? Why? She got an 18. You don't lose. She made her check. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she succeeded. She's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of
18,
those
let's
half
go.
damage. I knew it. I felt it in my heart of hearts.
Oh
my
god,
No.
Okay, there's an 8, but there is a 1.
That's 9. Okay.
That's all the damage, right?
24 hacked, so 12 lightning damage as it like courses through you. I need you to make a athletics. I'm gonna say actually, I'll let you if you can convince me how athletics makes sense. In my head, it's acrobatics. As you pull this down, you're being shocked and your feet are slipping. It feels like more of a dexterity kind of thing, but if you can come up with a more strengthy way, I may be swayed.
I'm definitely moving to catch her.
I mean, you gotta have strength to hold on to the thing, right?
Hands are holding thingamajig currently.
Mm-hmm.
When I start to slip, could I like push off of like the ledge or the like Ferris wheel itself with like my legs and like use like my strength to propel myself kind of towards Kithly? So, like,
yeah, just like fully go into it.
Yeah. Like almost if I have to, like I want to make it look kind of theatrical. So like if people start to notice, I can be like, "Ooh, look!" at the end of the show. Like,
gotcha. Okay. Still go acrobatics for me, and depending on how well you do, we'll give Kithly advantage to save you. Otherwise, I'm gonna get out my D6.
We can do this. It's a nat 20.
Nice. Nice. So yeah, you
Born for this.
slide down, jolted, and in just like this moment of it's like, you know, car wreck, everything's slowing down, kind of like, oh no moment. you twist around, pushing off of the thing, and just essentially like tuck, roll, and dive towards Kithily. Meanwhile, this last thing on the Ferris wheel breaks off. The whole thing is pushed back for a moment from your momentum, and then starts to kind of shake as it's still turning and fall forward and come off of that center in the middle and plop down, like start to fall down. Kithily, roll me a athletics to catch Maggie with advantage.
I rolled.
Since nat 20.
18.
Okay. You man, this is so stuffy. It's driving me insane. Maggie, you just are like hoping and praying. Kithily is like, come to me, a little slow motion, and you're able to kind of catch Maggie in the air. You like fall back and do like a little roll, kind of take in some of that momentum. And with just how small she is and with the expert positioning, you'll manage to avoid all of the fall damage, because if Nat 20 had not been involved, y'all would have been splitting the fall damage by taking it and grabbing it.
Wow.
Yes!
As you roll.
You did it! It's just Kithily yelling.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm going to pick this gnome up, put them on my shoulder, and get the hell out of Dodge. Let's go.
So,
Do the boring.
y'all all kind of, you notice that things are happening, because now, no matter how great your performance is, everyone has turned their attention to the Ferris wheel as this big main wheel hits the ground with a thump. And for a second, the wheel kind of wobbles side to side. It looks like it may continue to fall over before that momentum continues and it starts to roll. It's slow at first, but then the wheel kind of quickly picks up and speeds up. You see people getting thrown off of gondolas in every single spin. And it's bouncing up into the air and landing with that big thud as it careens through the dysmadium, scattering revelers on the ground as well. And the wheel thunders down towards the jamboree, causing screams and shrieks. Kithily and Maggie are nowhere to be seen, as y'all are basically getting stampeded out of the way as people are running to avoid this roll, as it's going towards the main entrance essentially, and it's spin. Maggie, Kithily, y'all running to the hostel?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Med, Soleil, Kate.
Do I see them? I don't see them. Well, I guess I couldn't tell.
You saw them kind of get caught.
Chaos.
Yeah,
Okay.
You were keeping an eye on when the job was done, but then once everything started rolling, and they were out of there. Grab and ran.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say to the rendezvous point.
Yeah, as we're about to take off, I also have calm emotions. So I don't want anybody to get too calm that they get squashed by the Ferris wheel. But each humanoid in a 20-foot radius has to make a charisma saving throw. And if you fail one of the following, you can suppress any effect caused. Yeah, I would probably suppress anybody being frightened.
Okay.
Just kind of calm it down within the 20-foot sphere of me.
Yeah, I think just because of just what all's going on, them kind of being normal people, I will totally allow that to happen. And it pretty much saves the three of y'all from getting trampled, as now there is essentially a horde of people running in every which direction. About this time, Maggie and Kithily, y'all have been running, and you're, about Midway area, as you see 20 feet to the side of you, the Ferris will land in the road and bounce and roll, and then it lands in the petting zoo, demolishing the fence, and it rolls again, and you just see animals running everywhere as the petting zoo enclosures are absolutely trashed, and there are little monkey amalgamations, zebra amalgamations running rampant, and y'all keep going. Soleil or Lemon.
Did we see the ones that we need? Did the other ones get free?
So this is just like the petting zoo, the little like
Okay,
cute
not the other ones.
zebra with like a elephant like nose. The big guy, they're kept in kind of different places.
Somewhere
One
else,
of
okay.
them is in the naughty corner, which is nearby there, but it's not in the path of terror currently. And then, yeah, I'll say at that point, like Lemon, Med, Kate, y'all are running by, and you see this like alligator waddle by, but it has like a really long neck, like a giraffe, and it's just like,
Ew.
it just goes the opposite direction, and we're like, what the heck is going on? And you keep running, you run past the lost and found, and Locke is just like looking out the window at you all, and you bust in the door of the hostel right after Kithily and Maggie have made it in. Ramona, none the wiser to what's going on, still working on the same window pane as y'all rush past and head to the boring room, unlocking it, shutting the door behind you, taking a deep breath. You look out the window, hearing still the chaos, as now you see the very end of the Ferris wheel as it has now bounced over the entry gates and just barrels its way through some trees before eventually kind of resting up against a big thicket of trees just right outside of the gate, absolutely demolishing a path through this town, or through this little carnival area. Bits and pieces of like spokes sticking off in all different directions, a one-eyed like Heckna smiley face, almost looks like it's turned down a little bit. But what is most noticeable as y'all are looking out is how much harder it is to see out. And then you realize up in the sky, still floating, is the Heckna. Not a single bit of electricity on it, no lights. It's just a floating lightless billboard. And that is where we will end for the night, as y'all have caused so much damage. And we will pick up 2 weeks from now.
You think anyone noticed?
Right? Did anyone know
noticed
that no
Stealthy.
one saw the Ferris wheel, right? They were looking at us.
Yeah.
Ramona's like, did you have a good day? No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. The greatest.
I mean, come on. For that plan went perfectly. Perfect.
I've never had a plan
Could
go that
not
well in
have gone
any
better.
game ever.
Me
So-
neither, because y'all like had to beat a DV20 constantly with some of those things. Like,
I'm sure, yeah.
about the only easy thing there was literally like Maggie scooting around a ledge. Like, that was the easiest part of the whole plan.
Wasted my +2.
You did great.
Oh, boy. Good job,
Yes,
y'all.
I have a plan stickers. I have a plan stickers.
I have a
in the
plan.
chat.
Oh my god. Look.
Oh.
I fear to call out Casey again, because last time we called out Casey on stream, bad stuff happened. But I have a plan that actually went to plan. That's something we've got over Casey.
It's a rare. That's a rare one here on the channel.
So good.
Good job, y'all. Okay, before we go into all the spiels of what we have going on this week that y'all come back for more stuff, Pix, where you at? What you doing? All those good things. What you got?
Pics. You can find me at Empress Pics in most places on the interwebs, most notably TikTok and the Twitter. Starting in mid-September, I will be back on Weave the Tale on Fridays and putting together and correlating their One-Shot Wednesdays. So if you have a one-shot that you want seen, let me know. Other than that, yeah, I'm always looking for new projects and just finding new stuff. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend. Thank you so much.
Yeah. What about you, Holly?
You can find me tomorrow on Lost Caravan doing a D&D 5th edition short-term campaign is what we're going to call it. I think it's supposed to go 8 weeks, and it will be every Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to it. And the character that'll be playing that tomorrow night, her name is Mavia, and I am very excited to showcase her. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome.
Awesome. Blair, you had something else this weekend, right?
I am also going to be on Lost Caravan on Sunday, this Sunday and next Sunday, playing in a Lancer 2-shot. It's going to be totally kick-ass. We've made our characters. We've selected our mechs. And
It looks so cool. Or at least
they look so cool. And I'm so excited. Come watch. We got a lot of great people that are knowledgeable about their stuff. I am not one of them, but I will learn. So my character looks cool, but it's gonna be great. So yeah.
Well, then also here this weekend, tomorrow, we got Mass Effect, baby. Omega, which is our Mass Effect theme, Cyberpunk Red hack. This whole campaign that's been going on for a year or so, has been the playtest of it, and now we've pretty much got it. But we're down to once a month, so come hang out as we say goodbye to Gunmetal Jaw's character for this arc. But that's not all we have to do with Sam, because Sunday he's running a D&D campaign that is set in his own homebrew world with his own crazy lore and crafting mechanics and so many cool things that, and all the art he's done himself, and just infinitely freaking talented. And like, I hate him because I'm jealous, but like so thankful. No, somehow goblins nearly murdered us.
Oh.
From the trees. They were in the trees.
All right.
Okay.
I made a joke because everyone was hiding behind the same rock. I was like, I hope these goblins don't have grenades.
Never do that. You know about
They had
that.
grenades.
Sam.
I know. See, this is why I said the last time we called out Casey. Yeah, the last time we called out Casey, we suffered for it. Because I've now suffered for it twice, because Gunmetal's trying to prove a point and is making a hard campaign and trying to kill me. And then Casey now is trying to make a hard... Just... Oh, boy.
Don't fuck with our James buffet.
Yes. But then Tuesday, we have some more rich randomness, but the most random part is it's Blair and Heather. Heather's gonna teach what's she teaching?
We're gonna talk about just historical fashion and do some quizzes. And I don't know. I'm gonna try not to be wrong. I'm gonna try not to be wrong on the internet, and that's gonna be a thing. But we're gonna have fun. We're gonna get about museums. So
heck yeah,
I can already say I will be more wrong
without even doing anything. Be happy and entertained.
It will be great.
That's a little boy.
I love me a good BuzzFeed quiz. Let's go.
Yeah. But I have that. Then Thursday, some red markets.
Red markets.
And then rinse, wash, repeat the next week. Yeah. I mean, maybe we've been like really threatening some Dead by Daylight dating sim action. So I think maybe we're going to have a game night next weekend. So anyone wants to come flirt with some killers with us, let's go.
We need to do that. We need to have another just Dead by Daylight game night where we play like the actual game.
Clown show needs to be back.
Clown show. So we're doing things.
We're doing things. So many stuff and things. Then come October, get ready for even more spooky. We're gonna have Necrobiotic, which we got lots of necrobiotic hype in this call, but the whole channel, as well as some super fun. I'm guessing secret still because we don't have details on date and system, but a super secret, cool, fun guest GM's gonna come run a game. Mass Effect, or not Mass Effect, we already played Mass Effect will be there. Cyberpunk, a David Rand Cyberpunk game is coming back, baby.
We gotta get, all the things.
So maybe also Thug Killers.
Can we raid a friend of mine?
Yeah, let's
Ooh.
go.
Thank you. I put his name in Discord.
Beans, let me
Reading friends.
fans so
He's
that way.
playing RimWorld, and it's connected to Twitch. So you can like make a character and be part of his RimWorld game. But
Oh, that's
also,
cool.
I believe if he
Oh,
gets raided, I think he gets like actually raided in the game.
Fun.
Like the amount of people that raid over, I think.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Let's
I
bring
love
some
that.
damage.
Cause
I love that.
destruction.
Oh, and then yes, Heather, I also saw a fun one. A fun.
We'll talk about it. We'll
One
talk
shot.
about it.
That's gonna be another thing. Okay, cool beans. I'm going to hit. Heather, you get to or not Heather. Kelly, you get to start us off. I was looking at Heather and then I couldn't like booba.
Yeah, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
Don't be a dick.
I
What
want
am
to
I
pop
doing?
Yeah, that's what.
That's good. That's good. Good pick, say one. Pick, say one.
Should have been more prepared for this. I didn't.
Oh, that's also
No, it's more fun to
That's a
not
good
be.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody get me a popsicle.
I actually like that as just a general saying. I should have been more prepared